is happening, YouTube? Denny back at you. Um, I've been listening and watching and thinking about stuff, and this video today is going to be a little different. Normally, I'm on here doing car work, working on cars, and sometimes I put out some different videos of other stuff. But I just wanted to touch on a few things today. Mostly what's going on with the liberals and with Biden and all this stuff going on up in Canada and everything else. I've had a few people ask me my views on it, and typically I won't get into that stuff on the internet because no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you're going to have people that like what you say, you're going to have people that hate what you say. I don't care about the views. I don't really care if about the comments if people make bad comments, because I don't make videos like a lot of people do on YouTube to try and earn a living. I make videos to help people out. I do not need money from YouTube. I do not need money from Twitter, or if you can't even get money from Twitter, I don't know. I don't have no GoFundMe's. I don't have anything like that. But I typically tend to stay away from them because it's not worth it. But I've had a couple people ask about it, so I'm going to say what what I feel is on my mind, and what I feel is right and what is wrong. First of all, I am a truck driver myself. That is my main job, and then on the side I work on cars out of my shop and earn a little bit of money. With that being said, yes, I support the truckers in Canada, what they're doing. There is no reason why we should have to get shots that our government tells us to do when the Second Amendment clearly states, like, I'm sorry, not the Second Amendment. Oh God, the Constitution clearly states that we do not have to take any kind of medical treatment that, if we don't want to, is not to be forced on us. And that's exactly what they're doing. And these truckers are not doing this. I don't know what some people think and what some people believe, but they're not doing it for the fact that the government wants them to wear masks or the government wants them to do this or do that. It's the point the government is trying to tell them what to do against their will when they clearly have no reason doing it. Now they have, instead of amendments, they have what's called, I believe it is called a charter. I could be wrong, which I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments and I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is. And that's the main reason they're doing this. They're being forced to put something in their body that they don't want to do. And I don't blame them. I didn't get the shot. My wife didn't get the shot. I'm not making my granddaughter get the shot. We don't believe in it. I've had corona. I just got over corona not last week but the week before. And it really didn't hit me that hard. I had 2 days I was down. I had a bad headache. Then I lost my sense of smell. And that was pretty much it. I didn't feel good for about 8 days, but it was nothing major. I went to work. I missed 1 day of work, and that was it. The wife had it. She was down 2 days, and that was it. But people I know that's gotten these shots have become sicker than people like me that didn't get them. And I know of other people that, 2 people to be exact, that were perfectly healthy, fine, went and got the shots. A day or 2 later got sick and ended up passing away. And then you have people like my sister who got the shot, and then a couple of days after she got the shot, she was having problems with her voice, her throat. She was having blood vessels breaking in her legs and all kind of other stuff. Now, was it from the shot? I do not know. My opinion is yes, it was, because she never had these problems before. And that's pretty much what the truckers are doing is they're trying to be made to do something that is against their rights, and I don't blame them. The truckers, they're saying that they're going to be doing it here in USA. And here's the problem that a lot of people don't realize. One, not only did dipshit Biden piss off the truckers, he also pissed off the farmers. Okay, now, not only do you not have trucks to deliver it when they decide to go on strike, you're not going to be even able to go to meat markets or farmers and get it, because guess what? They're not going to be doing it either. They're shutting down. And I don't blame them. Now, me and the wife, we'll be fine. We've got stuff in stock. We've got stuff in reserves. We've got a place to go. I'm not going to say where that is, but we have a place to go where we got a whole bunch of reserves and supplies and stocks that we've been buying. And we could last probably a month, 2 months on what we got. So if it goes longer than that, then it is what it is. Because see, somebody like me, we have our own garden, we grow our own vegetables. I got guns and lots of them. I know how to poach. I'll go out, I'll shoot a deer. I know how to skin them. I know how to process them. I do it every year. I'll go out and get a deer, process it, and we'll live good for another 3 weeks, a month. So it's not really going to bother us too much. The only problem we'll have is water. I have a good bit of water saved up, but not more than I think that would do us for more than about a month. And then I think we'd be in a little bit of trouble. But I have places to get water, so that ain't that big of a deal. But the main thing is they're trying to do stuff against our will, and they've been doing it for years and years and years and years, and a lot of people's never realized it. And I'm going to start clean back from about 10 years ago. First thing that was done was they made people that were riding motorcycles wear helmets. Then later on they changed the law, then you don't have to wear them no more. But back then they did do that. Then it was you couldn't smoke in public places. Which, hey, I'm not a smoker, but I still believe that's a violation of their rights. This is a free country. You want to smoke out in public, you should be able to smoke. They should have places with a smoking section like they used to years and years ago, and a non-smoking section. Plain and simple. They did that. Then it was, oh, well, you got to start wearing the seatbelt. And I don't feel that's right. It should be my decision if I get on the road and I racked at 150 mile an hour, it should be my decision whether I want to stay in the car or fly through the windshield. Plain and simple. That's something that shouldn't be done. And then they start out with these gun rights. Okay, yes, I am an avid hunter, and I do own a lot of guns. Now, I don't own no AR-15s. I don't own no submachine guns. The closest thing I have to something like that is semi-automatics. And none of mine hold over 10 clips. And I know that's all that they're trying to do right now is they're trying to ban AR-15s. They're trying to ban M16s. Anything fully automatic, which I don't feel is right. I'm sorry. People go to get guns, they go through a background check. Now, granted, I believe if you need more than 10 rounds in a clip, you're either A, a very bad shot, or B, you tend on using it for something other than hunting. But, here's the thing, is whether you do or whether you don't. And let's just say Joe Smo down the street here decides, hey, you know what, I want to buy an AR-15. He's a good, honest, upstanding citizen, never been into trouble in all his life. Yeah, you don't need it, but that's still his right. He's buying it. He's paying for it. If he wants to buy one, it should be his decision. Like me, yes, I got a lot of guns, but nobody gave them to me. Nobody come to me and said, hey, Denny, here's a free gun, man. I bought and paid for every one of my guns. Bought out of my money that I earned, that I worked for. And I'll be damned if anybody's going to take them off me. I will die just for the simple matter before I give them up that they're not going to take something from me that I paid and worked for. You know, and it's not just that; it's everything that's going on. I mean, like the main people that's going to suffer out of all this stuff that's going on is like our kids. I mean, first, oh well, all you need is the shot, and then people get shots and they're still getting sick. They're still getting it. People still dying from it, and they're going to. I have news for you. Despite what they say or anybody else says, there is no full cure for it, and there's not going to be. It's a virus. It'll go away sooner or later. But these kids don't even know what it's like to go to school without masks on. And some of them are in school, they got to wear them all day. Now, my granddaughter don't. She's fortunate. She just has to wear them on the bus. But they'll never know the pleasure of interacting with other kids in gym class, shaking their hand because they did a good job, or giving them a hug. That stuff's gone. And these kids are one, they'll never know a normal life like I did growing up when I was a kid. And it's a shame. It is a total shame. You know? And it shouldn't be up to them what if our kids get the shot or not. And I know a lot of people will say, well, if you don't get your kid the shot, you don't vaccinate him, you're a misfit parent, blah, blah, blah. No, because there's never been one case yet of a child dying from COVID. Hasn't happened. Look it up. Check this facts. Not one kid has died from getting COVID. It's mostly older people. It's your seniors. And there's quite a few young people that died from it, but there's facts and stuff surrounding it. But I'm not getting into that. But, you know, if this happens and the truckers do stop running, there's going to be a lot of people in the world of hurt. And it's going to happen. I ain't saying we might see it up here in the north where we live, but it's going to be definitely be happening around the borders. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be in trouble. Me and the wife seen this coming 2 years ago. And everybody I know said I was nuts because I was stockpiling. Some of you may call it hoarding, whatever. But I paid for it all. I bought it all. Nobody give any of it to me. So I call it being prepared. I got stuff that'll last me for a while. And if my family needs it, whether it's my wife, my granddaughter, my sister, my brother, or my good friends, if I have it, they'll have it. Plain and simple. And like I said, I will die to defend what I believe in. I will die to defend my family. Like I said, once again, whether it's my wife, whether it's my granddaughter, whether it's my sister, whether it's my brother. And I would die and stand beside my good friends and fight with them and die. I have no problem with that. And last, but very definitely not least, is my country. I love my country. I don't like the people who's running it, but I love my country, and I 100% totally respect my country. My grandfathers fought for this country. They fought for these people that are getting on the internet saying they hate this country, burning our flags. They fought to give them the right to say that. They died to give these people the right to say that. Well, my feelings on that is plain and simple. If you don't love our country, you don't like our country, leave it. Get out. Nobody wants you here anyways. Plain and simple. I respect my country. I'm a 100% believer in my country and our troops. I support our troops. They are the men and women overseas or even back here fighting to give people the right so that they can walk down the street and they can go to a club tonight and wear what they want or whatever have you, or some of these people that are coming out on the internet saying that they're in support of Biden, they voted for him, fine. You just remember, one, the soldiers give you that right to do that. They keep that right so you can go ahead and vote for whoever you want to. And two, when all this goes down, you're voted for him, not me. I voted for Trump. I'm a proud Trump supporter 100% of the way, and I don't care who likes it and who don't. You know, getting back to what I was on the track of saying about my country, too. I love my country, and I believe in the people that's in it, the people that's going to help get over this. And my feeling on that is, if you don't love our country, you can't respect our country, once again, then you should get out. And that goes for my friends. If you don't love our country and you don't want to be here, then you know what? Unfriend me, because I don't want nothing to do with you. You want to live here, you want to stay here, then you like it. Otherwise, get the hell out. Plain and simple. It's just the way I feel. I don't care who likes it and who don't. I don't need people. I don't need friends. I really don't. I have a lot of friends that I talk to, but I don't have friends that come over the house. I'm a loner. I'm by myself all the time, and that's the way I like it. I don't have to worry about somebody stabbing me in the back or stealing off me. I don't need friends. I don't need people. And that's just the way I've always been. It's nice when you have people like that. And like I said, if this goes down, which I'm sure it's going to, the truckers are not going to stand for this. And I'm one of them. I'll be damned if they're going to tell me I got to get vaccinated to keep my job. Because I will quit my job. Me and the wife have just a little bit, of land that we bought. And we will take our camper and we will go live on that piece of land out in the middle of nowhere. I will live off the grid and not have an income. And we will live by eating our stuff that we have in reserve, by planting a garden, and that's where we'll stay. Because I believe the truckers are 100% right. They should not have to do something they don't want to do. This is USA. We are free. This is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. But a lot of people forget that, especially Biden. He forgets, that this is the land of the free and the home of the brave. If you like them, you like them. That's your business. I don't. I can't stand him. He is the worst president we've ever had. It's as far as I'm concerned, and he don't even deserve to live in this freaking country. As far as I'm concerned, he needs to be taken out of office, and he needs to be shipped out of the United States of America. Look what he's doing down south. Open borders. Kids and women getting kidnapped, and they're using them as sex slaves. That stuff never went on when Trump was in office, or even Obama. I didn't care for him, but it didn't go on with him. And one of the greatest presidents we ever had, President Reagan, yeah, that had never happened during his time in the office. He was one of the best presidents we've ever had. Nobody ever did anything like this except for Biden. Why? I'll tell you why. Because he's out for himself and himself only. He does not care about our country. He does not care about you people. You people voted for him. Yins got him in. And look where it got you. You got you nowhere. Gas is the highest price it's been. It's a shame when you go to a grocery store and you spend $200 and you get not even a half a cart in food. It's ridiculous. Everything is sky high. And I'll give you an example. About 3 years, a little longer than that, about 4 years ago, me and the wife decided to trade our camper in, and we were getting a newer camper. We bought an '04 Prowler, 30-footer, with one slide out. It was in immaculate shape. We paid $7,000 for it. Last year, a big tree limb fell through the roof of it. And with inflation and the prices of everything going up, it was actually worth more than what we paid for it, which we made out in the deal. We got $10,000 for it. And guess what? It took us 5 months to find another camper for $10,000. Pieces of junk campers like the one that we paid $7,000 for are now $12,000, $14,000. They skyrocketed in price. Look at your cars. They are so expensive now, it is unbelievable. I mean, trucks, cars, you name it, food, gas, oil, heating oil. There's a good one. Heating oil. The highest it's ever been. And guess what? If you heat with oil, thanks to Biden, it's going up another 12 cents next month. A gallon. So now you're going to be paying $4 a gallon for freaking heating oil. Yins voted for him. Yins got him in. I mean, Trump, he definitely wasn't perfect. Nobody is. That's why we're all human. We all make mistakes. But there's a difference between him and Biden. And that difference is Trump was for our country. Trump loved our country. He did what was in the best interest of this country, in the best interest of us people. They work for us. We don't work for them. We vote them in. We can take them out. And that's what needs to be done. And it's just all the stupid things that are going on that he's trying to put in, like building housing down south for crack addicts, dope addicts, and giving them free dope pipes and giving them free dope. Come on. As he would say, come on, man. What other president have you ever heard of doing something that freaking stupid? That is absolutely insane and ridiculous. The man doesn't even know what he's saying half the time. He can't even think of what he needs to say. If he didn't have his advisors, he'd be screwed. It's just a combination of everything. Like last week, that speech that he gave, I can't exactly remember what he said, but it was supposed to be practice makes perfect. And he said something like practice makes presidents or something like that. And he had to be told that it wasn't the right saying. I mean, he's incompetent. He has no idea what he's doing running our country. He's running it into the ground. And it's just, I just don't know what else to say. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's a proven statistic. You look online, you take polls. He is the least liked president of any president we've ever had. And that's sad. That is really sad. I mean, I can understand if he was in it, say, okay, yeah, I'm just in it for the money, but, still treat the people right. But he's not. And I'll give you an example which really pissed me off and turned me against him. Is back when he got elected in office, he's the one that had death threats on him, and who did he call? He called our military. And what they do. Right up to the White House to defend him. And you know what they got out of that? That son of a bitch, excuse my language, made our servicemen and women sleep in a parking garage. Made them sleep in a parking garage. Trump offered them his hotel rooms for free. He offered them, told them they could all come to his hotel and stay for free. Biden made them sleep in parking lots. He is the biggest coward that we've ever had. It's just absolutely pitiful. You have our servicemen and women over there, and yeah, a lot of them join up for the service for a good life, for to work 10, 15, 20 years, whatever, and retire. Yeah, and you can't blame them. That's their freedom. That's their choice. But when they sign up, they know that the day they sign up, there is a possibility that we can always go to war. They could be called for the front lines, and they still do it. So they're one of the people I do respect, along with our police. Our police was getting all kind of crap on them, going down the riots and getting shot and getting hit with sticks and rocks thrown at them. But when these people are feared for their life, or if they have something go wrong, who's the first person they call? The people that they say they hate. The people that they want to try and kill. The cops. They're the first ones. And it is sad. Our country is becoming very sad. But anyways, it's just, like I said, when this goes down, there's a lot of people out there that I know think that we're crazy. It's never going to happen. And it might not. Heck, I might be buying all this stuff that I bought for nothing. It might happen 5 years from now, all this stuff's no good, done, and nothing ever happened. And yeah, I'll be out a lot of money. I will be.